Good day. Today I will share about my chosen doctor of the church, which is Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, a great saint whose life beautifully connects to my philosophical research. My research claims that a miracle is not only a supernatural event, but an act of love that heals and reveals the goodness within each person. This idea inspired by John Polkinghorne, who sees God's action as working through love in the world. On one of my main sources is Bernard's book on loving God, where he teaches that love is at the center of our relationship with God. In his life, we see that miracles are not just extraordinary signs, but acts of love that transforms people deeply. On his life, Saint Bernard was born in 1090 in France. As a young man, he chose to live a comfortable life to follow God more closely by entering a monastery. He later helped found the monastery of Clairvaux, where he became a spiritual leader. Many people were inspired by his example, and even his own family followed him into religious life. Despite his simple and humble lifestyle, Bernard became very influential in the church. He advised leaders, preached to many people, and worked for peace during difficult times. Saint Bernard contributed greatly through his writing, leadership, and service. His most famous work on loving God explains how we grow in love from loving ourselves to loving God fully and selflessly. He also guided many monks, helped reform the church, and encouraged people to live with deeper faith and devotion. Through his words and actions, he helped others experience God's love in real and personal ways. At the heart of Bernard's teaching is love. He believed that know God is to love him. He taught that true love is humble, patient, and self giving. For him, spiritual life is not about pride or power, but about becoming more loving each day. This kind of love heals the heart, restores the relationships, and brings people closer to God. In his way, love itself becomes a kind of miracle, one that transforms lives from within. In the life of Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, we see that miracles are not only found in extraordinary events, but in acts of love that change people deeply. His life reminds us that when we love sincerely, we become instruments of God's healing and goodness. So perhaps that the greatest miracle is this: when love transforms us and through us transform others. And that will be all. Thank you and God bless.